So all those
Yeah,
girls screaming. Holy cow.
Hey, I think we're live, guys, right?
Yeah, we're live, man. Go ahead. Brucey, start it off. Say hello to
Yeah,
people.
Bruce is back in the saddle
Bruce
again.
is back.
All right.
He's back.
All right, ready, guys. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight on a Sunday evening. My name is Bruce Martin Gerlach. I'm here at the Jersey Shore, and I'm here with my cohorts, my expert panel. How you guys doing?
Doing well, my friend.
We're doing.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Hey, you're coming to hang out with us tonight. We're going to talk about marketing on the internet. Most importantly, auto recruiting platform, or ARP, as a system that we're using to build our lists and to build our businesses on the internet. Okay. So if you're new and you haven't seen it, congratulations for being here and bumping into it and stumbling upon it, because in our eyes, we wouldn't be here right now if we didn't think it was the greatest thing out there on the internet right now. The most powerful tool that I've ever seen. Really solid tools in this system. I think you're going to like what you hear. Now, I just want to stress this is not an opportunity. However, there is an opportunity to make money from the system reselling it. So if you're looking for a business, you can resell the system, and there is a compensation plan attached to selling the software. So, and most of us on the panel here, that's what we're doing strictly right now, making a pretty decent income doing that. I've added, I don't know, about $50,000 to my annual income in less than 6 months, and I know you guys down there have also been pretty successful too, if not more so. So if you're looking to generate some income on the internet, ARP is a powerful tool to do that, just using it for itself. But you can also build any business with it, because let's face it, guys, if you're going to market on the internet, you got to be able to capture somebody's information. Like in the past, and for the past 10 or 20 years now, and excuse my math, but it's all been done with email marketing, which has been very successful for a lot of people, especially the people that got in early on email marketing. Now we're seeing a shift in the industry because of mobile and our cell phones, because right now we have in our pocket a computer, video camera. We can run our businesses strictly from our phone if we couldn't get in front of a laptop or a home computer. And so the whole world's going mobile. Everybody's got a mobile phone. We're all texting. You go into McDonald's and you see people sitting around texting, and they're addicted to it. I don't leave home without it, and if I do, I turn around and go back and get it. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I'm lost without my cell phone.
Yeah, me too.
So we all agree. I would hope that we can all agree that the cell phone is a very important tool in building our business. So why not utilize part of the function of that cell phone in the SMS technology? So that's what we do with Auto Recruiting Platform. We capture verified cell phone leads. We don't capture emails. So I get a text on my cell phone. When I get a lead, somebody going through my system, they opt into my lead capture page, they verify their cell phone number, they get a 4-digit PIN, and they text that back to the system through the internet, and it verifies that their cell phone is real. So we got an interested prospect, which is basically a double opt-in, because they verified that they are real and they want information. They got their hand raised. I'm interested in what I see. So that's your best prospect, the prospect that comes to you and is looking for what you have. So the other powerful thing, and I want you guys to realize this, I know that we all do here, and there's some members on that are watching. We all understand the power in receiving a verified cell phone number, and what that does is it gives you instant communication with your lead. So we get a text message that notifies us we got a lead that came into our system. We can text them right back to welcome them, say hello, and to say, you can take the next step, blah, 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 and ask them a question so they can respond. Now all of a sudden we have a line of communication with that prospect, much like on Facebook when you're texting back and forth through the chats in Facebook. So it's very powerful because you can reach that prospect immediately, and we're finding with the smaller list, we're generating a larger income from that. So compared to an email, you don't have a direct connection. You may never connect with that person. if in fact it's even a real email address or their best. Usually it's their worst. I know I have about 5 emails, and I use one of them, maybe 2, that I go through and delete, emails that I don't want to read. So we all do it. We want to get information. We opt in with our worst email so that we're not constantly getting the follow-up schedule from the error autoresponder and annoying us, and we have to delete it. So I think we all get that. That's not everybody puts in their best email unless they're absolutely interested. So we have to weed through a lot of leads with email compared to the ARP SMS lead management system is what I call it. It's a lead capture, lead management system, very powerful tool for the internet, and this is going to be the next trend, mobile marketing, because we've seen through the generations, door-to-door salesmen, probably the very beginning, to telephone solicitations, radio, TV advertisements, commercials, to the internet with email marketing, and now mobile. So we can kind of see the trend of the marketing and advertising, the way it's progressed through history. Everything progresses. So we've got to stay in front of technology and changes, because if you don't, you're going to end up chasing it. Some people that are getting into email now are going to find that it's harder now than it used to be, because now you're competing with other marketers. So does anybody got anything to share? So I'm not taking up the whole stage here. Let's
Yeah, well, touch base, a little feedback of what you're saying, Bruce, is, we know 98% of the people online, failing today. 3% of the people that we actually see online are making money. So, why is it so hard to make money online today? Well, I'll give you a couple of reasons. You need time, you need money, and you need experience. If you don't have those 3 things in line, it's going to be very, very hard for you to make a full-time living online. On top of that, you need a list, okay? People are out there, trying to sell products on the internet without having a list. People buy from people that they know and trust. So what better way to build a list through text messaging? We all know that everybody's building their list via emailing, but you know what's happening with the emails now? It's all oversaturated, overloaded. They don't get open no more. They don't get seen. That results in no sales for you. Okay, we don't have to rehash it. We talk about this every week. So how do you get around that? Well, once again, go back to what the 3% of the people are doing. Build with text messaging. ARP is a two-way text messaging platform that you're able to open up a line of communication and build a relationship with people that come onto your list, which the people to trust you and get to know you, and eventually going to buy products from you. Real simple. You guys are making it hard. Okay, internet marketing is not that hard. You need the proper tools in place. Once you have the proper tools in place, then you're able to conquer what you want to conquer. It's just like digging a pool, right? You want to put in a pool, you're not going to go there with a shovel and dig it with just a shovel from Home Depot. You're going to go out, you're going to get a backhoe, and you're going to dig it out in a few hours, not compared to a couple of weeks from a shovel. So it all comes down to the tools. You need RP gives you that tool. That tool. Also, okay, where you could plug any business or opportunity, product or service in the back end of it, so you could run everything from one place. So it's a main hub to run everything from. So you don't have to learn about making up, email autoresponder messages, get autoresponder accounts, learn how to build capture pages and everything that goes on to trying to build an online business, which goes on and on and on. And once again, if you don't have the time, money, or experience, you're never going to get there. So why don't you just really, for the people that are looking at this system, take a real serious look at this, okay? Because this will give you your time back. It will save you a lot of frustrations, and it will save you a ton of money. This is the only two-way text messaging platform out there today. Plus a lot of other, which I'll turn it over to one of the other guys. I don't want to take up all the time here, so we'll break it down. I will just want to touch a little on the points of the list building and what we need to do on the internet to make money. Anybody else want to touch on some of the other features that ARP has to offer?
Yeah, I want to touch on what Bruce, piggyback on what Bruce was talking about that double opt-in. You know, and he said that many times on his hangout. But you know what? It just hit me. Think about this for a minute. When you give an email address, now guys, no bad mouthing email. I build email lists. I love email. Email is just the way it's always going to be there. But there's always better things, more effective, right? That's why we're talking about SMS technology, two-way texting platform, that type of thing. But think about it. To get a double opt-in, now if you know about Aweber, GetResponse, or any of these, they always tell you they feel that getting a double opt-in, building a double opt-in email list tends to be more responsive. Okay? Now I have my thoughts on that. I'm not going to get into that. So when someone has their website set up to get a double opt-in, what that simply means is once they put their email address in there, you submit your email. It doesn't take you directly to their website. You get no information from that marketer. But what happens is the email system sends out a confirmation email. You open it up, you click on that to confirm it, then you start getting the messages from the marketer. That's a double opt-in through email. But here's the challenge. Many of those confirmation emails to give yourself permission to get those marketers' messages, they get filtered out. So you never even get the chance to double opt in. You lose a lot of leads that way. With ARP, you're double opting in right at the get-go, right from the start. You're confirming your cell phone number. That's powerful. You actually think about it. You know, if you think of it that way. They're double opting in right exactly at that moment versus an email which sends out an email list and a confirmation email, who knows where it's gone. So that's very powerful. So you're building a very good quality list right out the gate with that double opt-in. So it's very powerful. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, that's happened to me too, Joe. I've opted into things with my email that were double opt-in, and I don't get the email, and I end up opting in again, trying to get it, or it goes to my spam folder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for things that I'm really interested in looking at. If I'm not really interested in looking at it, then for the double opt-ins, I generally don't move forward with it. You know,
exactly.
Just curiosity. You know, I'm kicking the tires. We all do the same thing. We're all leads. You know, we all opt into things, and we're in other people's funnels and autoresponders. So we all should understand that we've done this. We've been there.
Oh yeah, if you've been blocked, definitely.
Well, here's the key point. You know, everybody goes out there and tells you need a list and list, but that has become such a, like, I don't know what's the word, to look. Just like, yeah, just build a list, you know, get as many options as you can. But you know what? That's not even the answer anymore, because there's so many tire kickers and so many kickers. Is all that's happening now is, you know, you're going out and spending all this money on building your list, but hey, you know, I bet a good 90% of them now are never going to buy a single thing from you, you know. And it's costing you more and more money, because with GetResponse and Aweber, of course, the bigger your list gets, obviously they're going to charge you more money monthly, right?
That's right.
So, you know, is it a question of, yeah, build your list to be the biggest? Yeah, and no. Why I say no is because what you want to do is get a quality list. That's what I want to build. I build a list full of quality people that will buy something from you. Email marketing doesn't allow you to do that anymore, because, you know, not only the double opt-ins, you know, these guys talked about before, which try to help that along a little way, but you know the problems with that. But you know, everybody has a landing page today to put in to get to see what's on the other side, and anybody is willing to give up an email address. Not everybody is willing to give up a cell phone number. It's a lot more valuable. So when you get that cell phone number, then it's very get a 4-digit code. That's verifying that's that person on your list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you want, guys? Well, that's why we're using ARP. Wouldn't we want to build our list to be so targeted and qualified, and then, you know, on top of that, even charge them a $4.95 fee, application fee, just to get to know a little bit about them and see if we want to work with that person, to even make it more qualified and more targeted for us?
Mm-hmm.
Where could you get that? So when we have a list of 2 or 4 or 500 people, that's worth probably 400 to 500 to 600 emails any day on any of your guys' lists that you spend. But mine are going to be a lot more targeted, and they're going to have a credit card ready that they're willing to buy something, because it's a quality lead. That person has put a cell phone number in, has filled out a $4.95 survey. I got to know a little bit about them, and I to say I want to work with that person. So what is more what lead would you want?
Mm-hmm.
What lead would you want? That email lead that you're just whipping out, you know, your landing page and everybody and their mother's putting in their information, or a person that gave you a cell phone number, whipped out a credit card for $4.95, and then told a little bit about themselves to see if we want to, if us two are a good match to work together. That's probably a good $10, $15 lead all day long if you had to go out and pay for it. No?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Well, if you think about it, you know, the reality is we're making a lot more money with a smaller SMS list than with an email list. But on our one hangout, we had the traffic pros, and what did Brandon say? He said that one text message is like one verified cell phone lead is like having 100 emails.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think it was like 200 or 200 or 300 emails.
Yeah, it was crazy. But you know, if you spent the money to build a list of 20 or 30,000 emails, and that list stopped responding to you for whatever reason, that would have to be like, you know, disappointing a little bit.
It is.
You know, hearing you.
And not to laugh, but
It is. No, I'm with you, man. It can be, for sure.
you do all
Hearing
that
you guys-
work, spend all that money. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mark.
That's okay. But hearing you guys talk about that, and we'll move on to something else, but it brings to mind what I used to do, and I'm sure everybody else does, with their emails. If there's something that you're not quite sure of, you'll put in one of your third or fourth or fifth down least used email addresses on there, just to get the information. And once you get the information, you probably never check that email again. You don't open that one up very often. You know, I have about 6 email addresses. I can barely keep up with 2 or 3 of them on a regular basis, and mostly just one. But when I wanted to test something out and just get information, I would give them that one that I hardly ever go to, just to get the information. And then if I really wasn't too excited about it, I'd put it to sleep, and I probably would never visit that again. And you aren't doing that with cell phones. You know, cell phone, you've got one number that's going in there. It's obvious that you're going to be serious about this, and that you're really frustrated with what you have been doing. You're really looking for something new, breath of fresh air, so to speak. You really want to launch out. You're going to get the information and take a serious look, and serious enough to where the $4.95 is just not an issue for you. You really want the full story, and there's no better way to get the full story from all, going through the app, getting that approved, and unlocking all the videos and getting it in a chronological order that makes sense to everybody. It's not fair to you to start asking questions of whoever brought you and go through this long litany of texting back and forth, trying to come up with questions and answers, and just go through the application, get the full story. Then if you have questions, there's Facebook groups, there's the Hangout here that helps out a lot. There's a lot of ways that you can get answers to your questions, but they won't make any sense to you unless you've gone through.
Did we lose them?
Yeah, Mark always freezes right in the middle of his speech.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say about the email, and then we can move on, but he's back, Mark? Is he back?
Oh, he's back. Go ahead, Mark. Finish what you
I'm
saying.
sorry.
You froze. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying. You were in the middle of something.
Well, I'm not sure. I was just making the point that it doesn't make a lot of sense to ask a lot of questions up front, even before you have any inkling of what this is all about. We're dealing with a solution here, and so pay the $4.95, get the full story from the videos that feed out to you, then ask your questions. The answers will make much more sense to you. But I just wanted to touch on that email thing, and it just hit me that that's exactly what I used to do with my emails. I'd just put in something to get the information, and then I may not revisit it.
I did the same thing, Mark. I created an email just for opting into things, just so I wouldn't keep on getting the recurring emails, because when I was looking online for something to market, you're looking at a lot of things. So that's
Right.
another thought. We're all looking at a lot of things because we're trying to find something to market online. So I did it, and I'm guilty.
Right. So it just points out the importance of SMS two-way texting. The other issue that I have had put to me is somebody is so afraid of text advertising. That's and what you get from that is a one-way text advertising. This is a two-way SMS texting for communication with your team or your potential team partner. Very different thing. It's not an annoying thing. It's very helpful to have that exchange with the person that has brought you to this. So you're not going to be shying away from that text messaging. Very short messages. They're not advertising. It's just a dialogue that goes on between you and your partner. So very helpful. Very totally separate from advertising. With cell phones.
Yeah, definitely. But real quick, I'll touch on this, and like you said, it's not SMS advertising. We're not blasting out our link to a list of cell phone numbers. We all know what email marketing is. You capture somebody's email because they put their information on a landing page. Well, email marketing is that, and mobile marketing is capturing a cell phone number, in our case verified. So that's mobile marketing. There's different facets of mobile marketing, but in this case, our mobile marketing platform captures verified cell phone numbers, and we have a management system to message them two-way through the back office. We could send them the PIN, resend the PIN, we can send them to the opportunity. We get text messages every step our prospect takes through our sales funnel, and that's all tracked. We have a tracking tool in the back office. I mean, it's really an unbelievable system. I was blown away for the first time I saw it, and I started using it right before I shared it with you, Paulie. I mean, I was going nuts. Like, I was getting text messages like crazy of all these people opting in and sales I was making. I'm like, holy cow, this thing is great.
Well, people need this, man. People need this. Hey, Joe, why don't you touch a bit? The new people out here looking at this system, what got a great way of putting your, front end cash flow and everything. The new person, talk to the new person that is on our Hangout for the first time here tonight, that is looking at this system and say, why should I join this thing? Besides just the texting platform that we just went over, which should be a no-brainer in the first place, but we'll discuss other features that this has. But why should the new person get involved with ARP? Why don't you tell the people that?
Well, yeah, but that's a good question, Paulie. And the first thing I want to say is and this is to the new person as well. You should really listen to what we're saying. I'm going to suggest that very highly because we've been down the block, around the block, left and right of the block, and we've been through a lot of struggles. And having the right tools in a business is really, really helpful. So it's like trying to build a house with a screwdriver. It's just not going to happen. So with this system here, well, it's the tool that you want, but the front end cash flow. Let me talk about that. So the two biggest challenges the newer person has is lead generation and lack of. Typically, they come in with limited income. All right. So what happens is they end up spending all their money on marketing that doesn't work, and they end up spending themselves right out of the business. So you have to solve that. And the only way to solve that is by providing a solution to the masses, people who are looking for a way to do things more effectively, build a business more effectively, and they will buy that from you much faster versus trying to recruit them in an MLM, direct sales company, or something like that, okay? Because typically it doesn't take a relationship for someone to pull out their credit card to purchase a product or service that is going to solve a solution for them in the business online or even offline. And that is really important, and that's typically known as a funded proposal. And this is what I like to call ARP. And I've been a part of many different systems, and this is the most cutting edge. So basically you're building a list, you promote ARP to that list because that list is looking for ways to make money online. They're looking for more effective ways to do things, more sales, more recruits, more affiliate sales. And while you're building that list, what happens is that you promote ARP on the front end, the solution to their problem. By doing so, you generate what's called front-end cash flow, an additional stream of income that covers, and then in many cases, if you do it right, will surpass your marketing budget. So it literally becomes another stream of income for you. So now you just solved the two biggest challenges, leads and lack of money. Now you can stay in business, okay? And if you do your lead generation right and you build the right kind of list, then you can actually monetize from that list. That means make sales over and over by promoting products to repeat customers. That is very important. So if you're new, I'm sure you can understand that you need a return on your investment. It's called a ROI. And that return on your investment is what keeps your marketing going, that marketing engine. Just like any other business, deli, storefront, they do millions and millions and millions in advertising every month or every year, whatever the case may be, depending on the size of the business. But if they don't make that money back and then some, how are they supposed to continue to advertise to expose the opportunity to bring people through their doors? And this business is no different. So it's all about the return on the investment on the front end, all right? And now if you have a network marketing company that you want to promote or a coaching program, any kind of product, I don't know, an info product or an affiliate, ClickBank affiliate product, now once you build that list and build relationships with that list, now you can promote something on the back end utilizing ARP's tools.
From a text message.
From a texting two-way platform. Oh, you're not interested in this, John? Oh, check it out. Would you be interested in this? Perhaps maybe this is more your speed. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me text you the link real quick.
Wow.
So you always got something in the back office that you can promote to somebody that may say, you know what, I'm in a network marketing company. I'm not looking for another network marketing company, but I do need some tools. Can you show me how to drive traffic? I certainly can. Buy ARP right now. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Now, what happens if a person doesn't know where to go to get traffic? I mean,
oh, that's not a problem, because one of the things that ARP has is they're called the traffic guys, and these guys are actually with ARP, and they are going to drive a ton of traffic. So the point is, you can come into ARP. You don't even have to know how to advertise. You don't even have to. Your link's already set up. Your website's ready to go. And you can simply buy what's called advertising packs. So ARP, it actually has a giant mass co-op inside of it. It will be available soon. That you could just say, okay, I want 10 shares, 20 shares, 50 shares. Go ahead and send a flood of traffic to my website. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Plus, our own team provides traffic co-ops as well. So driving traffic to get your business off the ground is not even an issue. So now you don't have to drive traffic. You're building a list. You're monetizing that list, and monetizing in many ways on the back end as well as the front end. So if you're really thinking about the marketing behind this engine, it's very, very smart.
Now, here's the thing, man. Now, here's the thing, all right? Because everybody's problem was traffic, right? They don't know where to get traffic. They don't know how to, and then, you know, they didn't know how to build a list. So let me this out here that haven't made a dime online or is struggling to make the total new person or the person that's been struggling for a long time. Why aren't you taking this system seriously? Okay? Like Joe said, like all of us have said for weeks and months upon here, all we've been talking about is we have a solution because we get results. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this system that we have here? It builds you a list. It builds you a target. It provides channels that you need to build a list with SMS technology. You're able to text people back and forth and build a serious relationship with those people at no extra charge around the world. Hello?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you're able to buy quality leads, not even clicks or solo, you know, not even views. You're actually getting leads, verified cell phone numbers into our co-op that you're able to purchase as much as you want from, I don't know, probably the best traffic on the internet. Normal people, average people, $10,000 to $50,000 per month to advertise and sign a contract to do that on a continual basis. So you're able to have the traffic problem solved. You're able to get leads and not just traffic. You're able to have a system and a funnel that is converting at 27% on average on the back end once you pay that paid app to sale. 27% because the funnel sells it fully automated. It gives you the duplication that when people sign up under you, they're directed to go buy leads, get those leads, which convert sales, which creates cash flow for your new people coming in within hours or a day or so. I mean, what are you guys doing? What else do you need, or what other proof do you need? Or show me another system that even comes close to what I'm talking about here. It's insane that you don't jump in. And if a $4.95 app fee to get to know a little bit about you, to see if we want to work with you, and then to go see the best part of this whole system on the other side, which is a presentation and the little compensation plan, and $4.95 is stopping you from paying that. Shame on you. You're not an entrepreneur and you shouldn't be in business. Go get a second job and go, go off and bust your ass working 2-3 jobs. You have no right to be in business.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, and again, this is a touchy subject, and guys, we like to be real with you. I remember when I was first online, I was about 7 years, 8 years, who the heck knows? I've been doing this a while now, and I was driving a truck for over 60 hours a week, away from my family, and I was online, and believe me, I came across a lot of opportunities and a lot of doubt that forced that that failure, that self-sabotaging voice in my brain. Oh, don't do that. Your mom and your dad said don't do that. That stuff doesn't work. It's a lot of risk. You can lose money. You got to put your personal information out there. You got kids. You got family. People are going to find out that you're doing this. What do you think you're going to, your family's going to look like shit. And but the reality is this. That's all a bunch of nonsense. I've been through it. We've all had doubts when to start a business. And I think, Paulie, to your point, a lot of people come into this business, all right, and they're afraid. They're scared. And I feel your pain because I know, and I just get scared today doing my business. But you got to understand that's part of being a business owner. You've got to understand that's what you're going to face. If you know you're going to face this going into it, you will be more prepared to solve it. But with that said, ARP is such a simple system to use. All right, a simple community at your fingertips to use and to really operate a business from. There really is no risk. There's no risk because there's proven numbers on how things convert and how the system converts, which we've mentioned who knows how many times on this hangout. So you really have nothing to worry about. And if you're the type of person that has financial separation anxiety, financial, however you want to, money anxiety, separation anxiety, then you shouldn't be in business because you're going to have to invest in your business. You're going to have to learn it through the process, and you're just going to have to fall down and scrape your knees and get up. And it's kind of like Rocky, right? I love that movie. He gets knocked down, he keeps getting up. And that's how life is. That's the people who succeed in life are those kinds of people. And you got to be willing to stop listening to everybody, do what your heart tells you to do. And if you do that, and be a credible person, someone that's ethical when they do things, and if you just stay close to people who know what they're doing, you will see success in a business online. It will totally happen. So ARP, the group of people, the leadership, all right, that everything that this system comprises a system of is there for you. Very low risk. Very low risk. So I implore you to not allow fear to sabotage your life any longer, because that's how most people go through life. They allow fear to sabotage themselves. That little voice whispering in their head, oh, you better not do that, man. You're going to get in a lot of trouble.
Well, see, that's they're setting themselves up for failure right off the bat. Yes, yeah. We all need to make smart decisions, and we need to, be a little concerned what we're going to get into, because it obviously has to make sense, right?
Right.
So there's always going to be that little kind of fear. But if you're going into something already with the mindset of going, hey, this ain't going to work, then you know what? It's not going to work.
It's not.
You already told yourself it's not going to work. And what would you rather do? Put a couple of $100 into an online business, or would you want to put a couple of $100,000 into a Burger King franchise that there's no guarantees in anyway? I've seen, when I was living down in Florida, one in my neighborhood, a Burger King went out of business. When do you ever see Burger Kings go out of business? There's no guarantees in anything in life. you have to make a sound decision and make a decision that is going to make sense for you and your family. And if it makes sense, then you got to be a type of person that's willing to take a small gamble. ARP is you're not throwing in thousands upon thousands of dollars with a hope and a prayer that this thing's going to work. No, man. This is probably the simplest, easiest thing that is going to generate you the fastest income, the quickest, anywhere I've seen around.
You just got to take action. You just got to take action.
You gotta let the fears release from you, because if you have those type of fears, you're not made to own a business or be an entrepreneur. That's why not everybody could go out and own a business. That's why we have people, and no offense to this, because it is, but that's why we have people that work for the post office and people work in dentist office, and because not all those people could go into business. They want that security blanket of a check every week. They know they got their check every week. But you know what? It's just a job. Just over broke. A job. And
but Paulie, the other
he's still going. Hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, go ahead, say that last 30 seconds that you were just saying, Paulie.
I was just saying that, it's not going to take, it's going to give you, it's a job. It's going to make you pay your bills. It's going to make you, live a lifestyle that what your budgeted your lifestyle is, but it's not going to give you that life of what an entrepreneur could give you.
Freedom.
The life of freedom. The life of enjoying, buying what you want, when you want, not looking at price tags. Going vacation where you want to go, not looking at how much is in the checkbook.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody, but if you're willing to take a small, this is a small risk. This ARP system is a lot less than what it should be.
Oh, for sure.
You're getting a bargain price for this business. Because this is a business in the next, 30 to 60 days could be earning you $10,000 plus per month, every single month. Easily.
Well, ARP is a gift, guys. That's the way I looked at it when I got involved, because we're basically getting the system that the creator, Don Glanville, uses himself, and the lead resources that the creator of the system uses himself. He's like, here you go, guys. Here's what I use. Hands open. Here you go. This is for you. The system is simple. I want to touch on that. You said it's simple. Well, that's the key to duplicate.
I want to say something on that.
Yeah, there he is. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Garfield, let's just introduce Garfield and let's turn it over to him. Garfield's brand new. He just had a new baby boy yesterday, so let's all congratulate him on the comment section.
Thank you.
His new baby boy. Man. So he's been all night and everything, and still he's brand new to ARP. He's been in a couple of weeks. He's been building his list. He's been up all night. That he's willing to. He came on our hangout tonight. Give it up for him, man. That's some serious stuff right there. That's what this community is about.
And you've already got a partner.
I want to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I want to, for you introducing me to this opportunity to be able to use ARP. I want to thank you guys for the love, the support. For my son.
Is he breaking up?
Yeah, I want to for the support, for my wife and my son. Find something that works when I have something in my hand that works. If everything here right now is trying to rehab, I'm telling you. I don't know if you noticed. Hush hush with a lot of people because I want you to really know, but if you talk with somebody that comes, they're trying to develop his hands right. be able to do it because this is a patented system that's going to help your business to the next level. If you're doubting, all right, the baby's crying a little bit. This is important that I get across. You know, it's not a joke for me. You know, I've only been in about two and a half weeks, but this is not a joke for me. This is serious, man. This is what's going to take care of my wife and my kids. I have 4 children, and this is what's going to take care of using therapy to things done results and what they are me that I you guys, and I thank Mr. Mark Highland, you know, for introducing me to this system, because the system gets results. So if you're out there and you're wondering, should I join? No, I'm going to risk it. Let me explain something to you. You're going to spend the money anyway. You're going to spend the money anyway, and you're lucky. You're lucky that you're getting our people, but you're getting it at. You know what I mean?
We're losing him. Hey, Joe, you hearing him? Mark,
if you check,
he's there. He's going in and out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the internet connection is slow here at the hospital. I'm still at the hospital. Just wanted to share with you guys that this is important, and if you're sitting watching and wondering what you should do, you need to figure out, is your business intended to use it? Is it just something you're going to say, okay, I'm going to try this and hope that it works? This is not a hobby, but because the baby's crying, so
yeah, go ahead.
Quiet a little.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, Garfield. We appreciate you taking a few minutes. Tell the wife that we said thank you for allowing you to be on here.
Yeah.
and go enjoy the baby, bro. Go enjoy the baby. You can come on and hang out when you get settled in.
Man, that's a dedicated man. That's a dedicated right there.
That's
He's
right.
in the house.
What
Just had a baby last night. Man, come on, man. You want to come into a community with like this? These are like-minded people right here.
You had one more thing, Garfield?
And I want using always negative what I'm doing. I started with the man involved. She's more involved because she's results. You know, she see the results. So I'm gonna go now, but I just wanted to see ARP gets results. All right. So stop doubting yourself. Stop there, overtake you. What you're gonna do? I'm gonna go to the baby now, but I realize, and I just go ahead and press that, get situated and start building your period. You guys let him up.
What I'm talking about.
Take care, Garfield. Congratulations, man.
Great.
All right. Well, there you go, right there. I mean, there's proof right there from the gentleman.
That's
Been
right.
in the system 2.5 weeks. Been in the system 2.5 weeks. By the way, he does have a sale already, right, Mark?
That's right.
He's
That's
already
right.
got a sale within the first 2.5 weeks. So.
And his new partner is on fire. She is just going gangbusters. You know, I wanted to mention back to the other point where, you know, some people have a dilemma that they're facing. They've been dealing with failure for so long. They're always suspect to anything else, and they can't quite grasp. They can't get their mind around the solution that we have at ARP. I come from a farm boy background, and am very familiar with the analogy of not putting the cart ahead of the horse. Okay, this is very much a foundation. This is the horse that will pull your cart of all your products and services. But you have to establish this first. And just like Joel was saying, you get familiar, you pick up a dialogue and a rapport with your new partner, you bring them in, and if something isn't quite right, even before they enter this, you better make sure that if they're going into another product or service that you're promoting, you're going to want to set them up in ARP first. Get that foundation so that they can be assured success in whatever your other product or services are. And so it's very foundational. You can't build the upper stories of any building unless you have a good solid foundation. This is a solid foundation, and then it's very easy. You don't even need custom funnels to introduce people to your other products and services. All you do is you dialogue with them in a text or give them a call and say, you know, I really trust this system. You trust me. What I've got, what I've introduced you to with ARP is working for you. Why wouldn't you take another step and add another income stream and use ARP to promote it and to launch it? So it's very important. People have a hard time with this, and they think it's going to.
You know, I was having the problems. Now he's got the problems.
But I want to tell you though, man. I want to touch on a little bit about Garfield real quick because I already know. I can already hear some people. I could already hear some people saying, "What the heck is wrong with that dude? His wife just had a baby. He's at the hospital getting on a ARP hangout, right? Right? Can you hear it?
I think it's awesome.
Loud and clear.
But I'm gonna address it. Look at Garfield. He's crazy, man. Look at
and you gotta thank his wife because
he's showing the kid over there.
It's to me that's right.
So, but let me touch on this though because that's how you gotta be. So if you're even thinking anything else, just get off right now. Go. You just don't have what it takes. I'm sure he cleared it with his wife. I'm sure they had a little rest. He had the baby earlier today, and it was okay. And that's good to have someone that's behind you like that kind of support. But you got to
hold on. But you know the kill on that, Joe, is the wife's not even working this system, and she sees the power in it.
Yeah,
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, very beautiful thing, and the other thing is that you got to understand something. He really loves this system. He lives this system, man, and that is the kind of mindset that you must have because that's the mindset that's going to push you through the trials and tribulations that you will face. You will face. Don't think you can come in here and start growing roses to the left and right from you and everything's going to smell beautiful. It doesn't work that way. You need to come in here, you need to set your mind right, and then just go for it. And that is the end of it. And I'll tell you, our team, I love our team, man, because we got people who take action. I mean, when we open up our advertising co-ops, it's like, boom, sold out like in hours. Like it's just real quick. They just take action. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. If you bring people in, show them that it's easy to get traffic. It's easy to build a list. It's not that complicated. Just teach them a few steps. Plug them into a team training site that we provide for them. And if they need if they have questions, go to the site. We just send them right to the site. Very easy, simple, duplicable. And duplicable means pretty much everybody can do it. That creates residual income in your business, and it's just absolutely amazing that I love our team. I love our team, man. It's just
you talk about team is awesome. Everybody's on the same page. I mean, everybody really basically in AR. I mean, there's a lot of good people back there. I've never seen a community like this, but let me talk about let's talk about my mindset's different from a lot of other people that are looking at this system because there is different mindsets too. You guys hear me, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I've been past the mindset of being an entrepreneur because I've been in business for myself since I'm, I don't know, in 19. I'm a kind of person that if something fails, I don't give up. I don't fall down. I'm like Rocky. I get back up and, I throw some more shit against the wall and see what's going to stick, I don't worry about, what am I going to do next and feel sorry for myself and, You know, you throw enough up there, something's going to stick, right? My mindset now is this thing's close to launch, right? I already got the entrepreneur spirit. I already do the system 10, 12 hours a day. I sit on the couch here. We build up our traffic. We help people out, and that's all great now. The mindset, see, I shape my mindset now, shave my head. I'm off the couch. I'm eating properly. Water tonight. Okay? I've been working out because my mind has seen all coming when this thing. My vision now is what I'm seeing is our trips a year from now, where our events, we're going to get together and party and have a good time. Why? Because we can. And number two is because we want to get to know these great people that we've built relationships with over the last year. So, see, a lot of you guys are watching this from a different mindset than I am. And I could almost guarantee you any of these guys are already in. Because they see that vision too. Preparing myself a little different than some of the other people may be. But everybody prepares himself different. So if you're preparing your mindset to try and make money online, keep throwing that shit against the wall. Something will stick. And you know what? Save that little piece that says ARP on it, because that's going to be the piece that sticks. Then get the mindset how you're going to enjoy that, how you're going to enjoy your life once that money's rolling in. You know, and how we are going to be able to meet and hang out and party at these events. And our team is going to have a special island party event a year from now that we're all going to be able to hook up and meet on some tropical island. So, you know.
It's called a vision.
That's the visions. I mean, that's the vision I have. That's the vision a lot of these guys that I've been associated with, especially down here, also have. So, just wanted to, just touch on different kinds of mindsets and where people are in their lives. So, there are different kinds of mindsets, and you got to know where you want to start out, where you want to finish at. So, with that, somebody else could take over.
So let me touch on two things. Garfield just putting something in the chat, and remind me to touch on. Well, let me say it real fast, and then I'll read it. But it's kind of like you don't become a millionaire, right? You got to think like a millionaire in order to become like a millionaire. You just don't wake up and make millions of dollars. So you got to think way ahead. You've got to have a game plan. You got to think about what you want your life to be. Get a good picture of it, grasp it, really hold tight to it, because there'll people kind of like a football game. There'll be like how they want to fumble the ball, how they want to grab the ball from the other player. That's people in your life. That's your friends. That's your family. And that's everybody else who comes along with a negative attitude and their life sucks.
Very true.
So you got to be, that's really what it is. So that's how we think. So click the join button, and we'd love to have you on the team. So Garfield is typing. What does he got here? I cleared it with my wife, and I'm not crazy. I'm serious. I love ARP. I love my family, and I love my team. I'm still at the hospital, but this is important to get people to see the power of what ARP has to offer, plus my team and their families. Baby Anthony will see Uncle Joe, Bruce, Paulie, and Mark at our events, and know my team and get to know my team or something, but we get the point. So, the guy's chatting. He's chatting. We tell him to go, but he's chatting. It's that belief. It all starts right here, right between your ears. And if you can't get that on straight, I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen for you.
Anybody could do this business. We're not like,
I know.
We're not some special people here, man. We're just like average people, just like you are, that just found a system, that believe in the system and see what the system can do. Yeah, maybe we work it harder than a lot of other people, but we've been doing this business. I mean, there's a lot of years of experience down here. Okay, we wouldn't be doing this, and and coming out here every Sunday for the last 3 or 4 months now, talking about this. If we didn't see the power in this, you know, we have a lot of years of experience. We have tested a lot of different systems. We have been in a lot of different opportunities. Let me tell you something. If we're doing this, then maybe you should take a second look at it, because it should be able to tell you something. All right? It should be able to tell you something. We found work that solved the problems of an average person. Simple period, end of sentence. This system will solve your problems making money online. All you got to do is take some action, pay the $4.95, go see what it's about, and join.
Yeah.
And then come in and buy traffic when it's launched.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
There'll be traffic all over for you guys. Our team will have traffic. ARP's gonna have traffic. We're testing more stuff right now for you guys. And for our team personally, is what I'm referring to. But I tell you, my daughter Olivia is 7 years old, and I don't know, we were talking and we were eating or something. I forget what it was, but anyway, we were talking about my business. I'm always talking to her. I'm already grooming her. She needs to have her own business. She needs to have. I already got her talking about it, and because I don't want her working for somebody for the rest of her life. I'm developing her mind to think out of the box, differently than 97% of the population of this planet, and that's real important to me. And I'm talking to her, and it's just something to the effect. So she goes, well, Daddy, all you got to do is just send people to your website to get customers, right? I said, yep, that's it. That's all I got to do. You know? Well, but it's just common. It's amazing that. And she says a lot of things like that when it comes to my business, but I laugh all the time because it's common sense. It's common sense. It's not hard. A 7-year-old kid can figure it out. Guys, it's not hard. People make it hard. People make it hard. That's what it is.
You know what? You know what the funny thing about it is that we've shown so many people, so many months, right, that have been holding on to the system and didn't launch yet, and the ARP traffic didn't launch. They sat back and didn't do anything, right?
What?
And us guys have just been like pumping it for since we got involved.
Oh yeah.
We have a business, man. Oh my God, this is what we have a business like already ready to go. You could just start driving traffic to it and start making money. It's right in front of your nose. And everybody's sitting there waiting for ARP's traffic to come out.
Oh my
So we saw the power in this. That's why we're driving traffic, we're getting leads, and we're getting sales, and now we're sharing it with our team that has been sitting around, some of them not doing anything or didn't know how to do anything.
Yep.
Started buying traffic. Now they're getting opt-ins and leads and paid apps and sales. And the excitement on their faces is unbelievable because now they actually could see the power in the system.
They see how it works, yeah.
To see how it works and actually how it gets a text, because you get notified every time from corporate. Somebody pays the app, somebody goes to the presentation. It's actually fun to watch your cell phone go off.
Oh, you kidding?
Yeah.
It's a blast, man.
It's a blast, bro. It's a blast. Go ahead, Marky. Wait, no. I think Bruce was. Let Bruce go because I believe he was trying to spit something out there. And then Mark, you got the floor next, brother.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off what Paulie was saying. You know, Paul, you said 3 key words. I think to having success, and one was simple. And I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget them when I started trying to remember the 3 things. The other was solves a problem, and the other one was system. So that's what I'm going to call the 3 S's.
The 3 S's, yeah.
You need simplicity, you got to solve a problem, and what was the other one? System.
System. And you need a system to do it.
You know, system. And I'm going to start with system just because it's the last thing I said. Let's look at McDonald's, right? Everybody in network marketing, they always bring up McDonald's because there's a system, right?
Yeah.
Ray Kroc isn't selling hamburgers.
Nope.
Ray Kroc is selling a system that sells hamburgers. So you need a system, and because of his system, look at what McDonald's has turned into. And not only that, look at the other spin-offs of franchises that have developed since McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there is is McDonald's the first franchise, or I think it is.
I don't think they were the first franchise. I just think
First
the
really
first
successful.
really successful franchise.
Yeah, yeah. So you need a system. I talked about that earlier about marketing on the internet. You need a system to capture your leads. You need a place to put your leads. You need a system that communicates with your leads, right? To market on the internet, to make money online. You need a system, period. Okay? You could open up a deli. It doesn't have to be a system, but within the deli or pizzeria, you need a system of operation. So you need a system for whatever business you're in. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to be flying off the handle trying to figure things out, and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to struggle. So you need a system, whether it's one that you put in place and built yourself using tools that you find on the internet, or a system like ARP where everything is all in one place. And that's what I liked about it. And like you said, when I got involved with this, guys, man, I got in, I watched the 2 videos, and I started advertising. I started driving traffic to my funnel.
Yeah, I did the same thing, yep.
That was it. It was that fast. And I was getting leads immediately. My phone was blowing up, text messages, somebody opted in. It's like, what did I do? You know, I just got in this thing. I never seen anything. I've not marketed anything online that just took off like this.
Yeah,
Nothing.
awesome.
Nothing. And the cool thing is knowing what's going on with your business, because you're getting a text message every step your prospect takes.
Yep.
To me, that's unbelievable. It's powerful. So you got to solve a problem, right? To make money online. People that, you know, make a lot of money and get rich are solving a problem. Let's think about it. If you could cure cancer, would you make money? A lot of money, maybe.
Better believe it.
If you could cure, you know, world hunger, if you could solve pollution, global warming. Even though I don't believe in global warming because we got this big fireball out there in the sky melting all the ice caps, but that's another subject. So solve a problem. There's a problem in this industry. 97% are failing for one reason or the other, all right, because they have a problem. So when you join an opportunity, no matter what it is, ABC MLM, right, ABC Network Marketing Company, and you got ABC products, and you get on these ABC products on a monthly auto ship, and you get these products shipped to your house every month, and you try to find other people to do the same thing. Sounds simple enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 getting 2, getting 2, getting 2. But what happens? You recruit 2 people that like what they see, they like the products, they don't know what to do. But you don't know what to do because you're new too. So what do? You have to become a leader. And you have to lead those people and teach them to do what you just did. But what if you don't know what you just did, right? You just got lucky and you found a couple stooges that liked what they saw. So you got to have that system, again, in place to help you lead the people that you bring into your business, okay? You have to support these people. There's a book, it's called 45-Second Presentation by Don Fala. You know, it's a simple read. It goes over network marketing basics, which is good if you're a new person, and it's like Dr. Seuss. So it's it's my level of reading. And the third S. Well, I think I did it all. Simple. So I'm on simple, right? You got to have something to give to the person that you get involved because you're responsible for them. Okay, you brought them into this. Now you got to, you know, help them out. And how are you going to do that if you don't know what you're doing? If you're not a leader, how are you going to help that new person out that you just brought in when they're coming to you asking you for help?
I could answer the question.
Go answer.
You know how you're going to do that? You're gonna follow it because, see, on our team, once you figure out the 3 S's, once you become a partner and a part of our team, it converts to the 3 C's.
Uh-oh, we got 3 C's?
Oh, now you're getting
That's the 3 C's, okay? Now let me break down the 3 C's, because once everybody comes on into our team training site, which we created. Now, yeah, I got the 3 C's. And what you learn how to do from our partners and be a member of our team here is we create the 3 C's, which is create traffic, capture leads, and convert sales. That's when you learn the 3 C's, once you decide to take the action and join us tonight. So we have everything in place for you. You shouldn't have any worries, and you should be jumping in and saying, where do I hit the join button right now? Because we can't make it any easier for you.
Oh, my
right, guys?
Yeah, I agree. If someone messes this up, I'm sorry, there's something wrong.
So, with that.
Yes, with that. Mark.
All right. Is it my turn?
It is. I know.
Come on, Mark.
Mark can never say anything. Me and Paulie talk too much. That's the problem.
I wait my turn, and then finally when I get on, I get cut off. So I lose my connection. Brucey, that was Bruce.
Is there any way to put some background music on? Maybe a little jamming while we're talking here.
I don't know if you can.
A little background music.
We'll figure it out.
There we go.
All right.
You know why this is so easy for us? This panel down here, none of this has to be scripted for us. We've all been through life's lessons before we came to the internet. I worked for corporations 12, 13 years before I had my own business, engineering business, and I learned a lot over the 17 years having my own business. And when the 9/11 hit, it was kind of the beginning of the end for engineering and entrepreneurs in the engineering field. So I had to search out other things. One of the things that I looked at was internet, and so I dabbled around in different internet. So over the 10+ years in looking at a lot of different things, I learned a lot of lessons. You learn lessons by making mistakes, and so we've all been through those life lessons. That's why.
Again.
See that? See how he is? Tease you like that?
He was just getting to the climax, too. It's every time.
Oh.
Let's wait a second.
Yeah, every time he gets to the point. There he is. He's back.
I'm sorry.
That's why.
Well, that's why it's easy for us. We don't have to have scripts. We talk from the heart and from our experiences with this. And we know what hasn't worked, and we know now and recognize ARP as something that is a revolution and does work. And if you get all your little pegs in a row, and you get this your correct order to things, your foundation, you can promote anything from here. And this is so easy, like everybody else has said. But the reason this is coming across so easy for us is we've lived through these experiences. We know what hasn't worked. We recognize what does. And this is a system that has been very effective for us. All you have to do is take hold of it and go. There's all kinds of help in the community. There's no reason for failure when you get a hold of this ARP.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree on that. The simplicity of the system is tremendous. I mean, plus we have a team training site we just launched. We put all our documents on there. Very simplicity as well. We got traffic. We got everything you need. I mean, there's really no excuse. And honestly, if you've been on these hangouts, I just got another lead, by the way. Every time you guys heard that ringing, that's leads coming in. If you guys been on this hangout for more than a couple of weeks, 30 days or something like that, and you're watching and you're gathering information, you haven't taken action yet, I'm sorry. You need to do something. You need to figure out where your life is and where you plan on going. You need to get that vision, because that's when people procrastinate. There's no vision there. There's no desire or a dream. They don't know which direction they're going in. You have to create that first before you can do anything.
Yep.
That's
All
right.
right, with that, any closing statements? Bruce, Mark, want to say something?
Yeah, why don't we let Garfield say it, 'cause he's here again.
All right. Yeah, Garfield, if you're still there, you want to say goodnight and...
Let me see if I can unmute him. Hold on.
No. He has to unmute.
Oh, we lost him.
Anybody else want to go first?
No, yeah, I'll go real quick. Guys, we do this hangout every Sunday, and in fact, the website address, when you get started with ARP, you actually can put your username at the end of it, and we actually do the hangouts for your leads. So right now we're giving information for a lot of people, over 150, close to 200 people right now who are looking at ARP and helping our team and even other people in ARP, because that's what we do as here, to help them promote the system, to help them make money in sales. I mean, what's the secret? Ooh, sales, right? That's all we're doing is to make money. So there's a lot of assistance here for you. There's a great community inside of ARP. And all training, traffic, and everything you need is there. Once you get started with ARP, your link is ready. You're ready to drive traffic. If you're on our team, you just whoever you sign up with on this panel, just tell them you want traffic. They'll know exactly what to do from there, and then we'll get you going, man. Start building that list we've been talking about. Money's in that list, especially a quality list like this.
And join us. And if you really want to, if you want traffic and everything, us and the guys are going to open it up in the next couple of days here. So if you want, just join. Join as soon as you can. That way you could get some traffic, learn a little bit about the system. It's not rocket science. It's 2 quick videos and that's it. I mean, this is so simple. You'll be able to come on really close to launch right now, so it'll be a perfect timing so you get the momentum going. So when this thing launches, hopefully at the end of this month, you're going to be looking real sweet, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Paulie, I did want to say something about that earlier. You're talking about we're getting very close to launch. The important thing that is happening right now is that we're building data. We're in a beta testing stage right now. We're building very important data so that you can predict what your stats are going to be. There's that's what's important. I mean, the fact that it might be taking another few days is important in the fact that we're building more data. So we're going to be even stronger when we launch.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
agree. I agree. That's a good point.
Mark. Good
Go
point.
ahead, Bruce. What you got to say, Bruce?
I just wanted to say, I hope that the new people and people that are looking at the system, no matter who invited you here, can see the power in the system. It's like nothing else out there. The tools are top notch. And getting in front of the mobile marketing trend, it's just going to be huge. Being able to use a system like this, be the first movers to market, solve that problem with a simple system, and just start having results and getting results in your business. So I guess that's what our team has been growing pretty rapidly. This past month, I just welcomed like 20 people, at least. I didn't count. I think we had 20 people join our extreme team in the past 30 days. And, you know, it's just incredible to see that growth on a team. It's coming from duplication. It's coming from the marketing that and the co-ops that we're sharing. And, you know, it works. The system works, guys. It's powerful. It works. And just click the button. If you're looking and serious about making money online, well, we're serious about helping you, and this system is serious.
Go ahead, Garfield. Garfield, can you hear us? Oh, bummer, we can't hear him.
Maybe he's got some hospital interferences or something. I'm surprised they're letting him do electronics in the hospital. That's one thing. It's like
how to get Wi-Fi.
First thing is like you got to turn off all cell phones and everything.
He's in the waiting room taking pictures with his cell phone on.
Yeah. But we want to welcome once again. Thanks, Garfield, for coming out, and thank you, wife, for letting you come out. And congratulations again. It's going to be a great year for you and your family. With that, in closing, you heard the guys down here. You've heard us for the past 3-4 months. I mean, what are you waiting for? If you still, like Joe said, if you've been watching this week after week, need more proof, we're very transparent. Get as much proof as you want. Join our Facebook group. We'll post a Facebook group down here in the comment section. You know, go in there. There's over 1,600 people in there. You could ask any question. One of us will answer. Listen, guys, we're here to help. We want to help as many people succeed this year. You know, with this system, you could have. This is a life-changing system, and the only thing that's stopping you right now is you, basically. So, you know, take a little chance. Invest in yourself. Invest in your future, and let's get you started. Let's get you learning this system. So when we're able to be in launch here pretty soon, you're able to be up and running, flying, and off and running, growing your monthly residual income. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody down here, man. Always a pleasure hanging out with you. Get back to the person that brought you here. This replay will be up in about 20-30 minutes. So ARP members already out there, share it, advertise it all week in case anybody missed it. And we'll see you next Sunday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, same bat channel. We'll see you guys. Have a great week. Take care.
All right. Take care, guys. Good night.
Good night.